So we're in Fresno, California, getting ready to install a gas line here. It's a pre-inspection. We're taking a look at the meter out here, pipe coming in, and of course pipe entering the building right here. All 3/4 piping up to the meter. 1 inch down here is a 1 by 3/4 90. So what we're going to do is we got gas we have to run up to an attic area. We've already been up in the attic. We didn't take a video of that, but it's about 35 feet of combined developed length of piping up there, whether we go all rigid pipe or rigid and corrugated stainless steel tubing. From here, what we need to do is we need to get down this east wall of the home. That's the street heading straight out there, and then of course in front of the building around the corner. So this is the east wall. What we're going to do is we're going to hop under this little pop out, and as you can see underneath there, hopefully I'm taking a picture of something, I'm not down there looking, but we're going to hang it off of the wood structure. You can see there's little outriggers for this little pop out. So we're going to put some hangers in here and run some pipe over here. We haven't decided yet whether it is going to warrant a 1 inch line or a 3/4 line. We're going to measure that in a minute and we'll know. But this is about a 10-foot offset, so full 10-foot piece will hang on hangers coming over to here. And then of course we're going to hop over. We've got a little lip right there. So what we'd like to do is at some point come up. So wherever the 10-foot ends, we're certainly going to hop up and get up to this area, up above this ledge, closer to the wall. Put some 1.5 inch unistrut on here. It's 1 5/8 by 1 5/8 strut clamp. And then of course we're going to follow it down just a little bit, and then we're going to go straight up the wall. So straight up the wall, you can see from standing back here, you can see we're going up pretty high. So second floor, you can see the lattice up there, hopefully. I'm not going to zoom in. Maybe I can zoom in. Let me see if I can drop my pad here. And so you can see up there, there's the lattice. And we're not going up that high. The top of that white trimming up there, the wood trimming, about 2 foot below that is ceiling height. And so that's what we're going to be going to. And we're going to go wrap that wall. So it's going to be 1 or 1 inch or 3/4. The HVAC unit is on the back side of the roof, so you got the gable end right here. So on the back side here, about 5 foot in, is the back of the bucket that dumps into the attic area. And then of course the unit sits up there a little bit further. We'll penetrate where we can. The space is pretty tight up there, so we'll penetrate through the roof and then go ahead and pipe over exterior with iron pipe. So it's going to all be galvanized iron pipe down here. We might hang iron pipe in the attic. We might go ahead and get some corrugated stainless steel tubing. Not sure yet, but whatever we're going to do, we're going to get some measurements here and see actually what the developed length of the line is, and I'll tell us a little bit better what we're going to do for gas pipe sizing. And anyways, and then we'll get it installed, and then we'll take another video when we're done.
How do we download that?
So we are in Fresno, California. We just finished installing a gas line up in the attic here. You can see it's all galvanized iron pipe, galvanized steel pipe. So this is a 1 inch by a 60 inch piece going back down into there. It's strapped to the rafter with a 2-hole strap. It's also being supported by a little cripple stud right there. And then a little break over through the roof, 3/4 up to the unit. And we'll show you the rest of that once we get outside. Up here we got another strap right to the side. And then of course a little 12-inch nipple and 90. And then we put a 60-inch nipple in right here because we have a limited amount of corrugated stainless steel pipe and we don't want to be too short. So strap right here, and then we just, well, you know, we had a strap there, but we came back and put a hanger in. That is commercial plumbing right there. Nobody uses that on residential, so that will stay. Rigid. This pipe not going anywhere. It's supported at the rafter. Sorry, I just had my hand in front of the camera. I thought my alarm was going off. Moving down, we got the corrugated stainless steel pipe. This is the Omega Flex. This pipe runs $10 a foot. We got 25 feet, so 250 bucks. Anyways, an adapter right here, and then of course the pipe, and it's strapped up to each rafter. Each rafter is about 30-inch spread. There's a couple over here that are a little bit closer together, right here, but the maximum is 30 inches. So from here to here, you know, we've got straps on all this piping, and it's up pretty high on the rafter. That way you're not bumping into it. But you can see it goes all the way down, and I'm going to keep, sorry about the light, I have to look down to see where I'm walking so I don't step through a ceiling. And so you can see that pipe goes all the way down to the outside. And this is the outside gable end. It's a lattice screen vent. No, actually no screen, just lattice, so it's all wood. last strap right there. And then of course it swings down, another adapter, 90, and pipe goes outside the wall. So this is up high. You can see, if you're looking outside, that's the outrigger that's supporting the overhang. Overhang is about 3 foot out, so none of this would ever have water coming into it unless rain, unless it rains horizontally straight into the building. So no problem. We're up real high on this, stubbed in real good. Everything looks good up here. We've got this under pressure right now. It's a 10 pound test for 15 minutes. We're going to leave it on. It's been on about 45 minutes. It's holding fine. And but we did want to document what we have in the attic. Now we're going to go out downstairs and document what we've got outside. So, still here in Fresno, California. And up at the unit, we've got the 3/4 riser that we showed you from underneath. It's a little 12-inch piece right there. And it comes out a little coupling, and then 18-inch riser, and then the valve. So we're tested against the valve right now, just to make sure we don't have any leaking before we turn the gas on to the unit. It's a full 3/4 valve and a full 5/8 OD, 1/2 inch inside diameter gas line, and which means this supply line can run, let me see, there's a 2-footer right there. It can run 136,000 BTUs. And certainly when you get to the smaller ones, which is a 3/8 column, and it's upside down, I apologize for that, but when you can, 3/8, when you come over to 2 foot, you can go 85,000. And like I say, the unit's 88. Would it work? Probably. But we keep you as big as we possibly can. The point of connection inside the unit is 1/2 inch, so that's 1/2 inch pipe. It's a 12-inch long nipple. I'm not going to open this up and show you. And then a 1/2 by 3/4 90, 3/4 T, 3/4 drip leg, and then the 5/8 supply line by 2 foot long over to the valve. So this is all good up here. The only thing I need to do is get down here and seal this flashing shut, and then we'll go down and we'll take a video of the piping we did on the exterior wall. So, last part of the video, still here in Fresno, California. We've got the piping outside of the building coming from the meter. What we did is we tied into the existing piping coming out from underneath the building, and so you can see that's the 1-inch pipe tied back in the meter, so that's good. And just reconfigured it so that we could get our piping over across the across underneath. I'm not sure what this pop out's for, but anyway, so just 1-inch nipples, 1-inch 90s, 1-inch full port shutoff valve. Reason why is, the rest of the home is on. Everything's good. Heater's working, water heater's working, even though we forgot to light it yesterday after we left. But that is on, so we haven't done anything to it. We put the valve in so we could isolate the line for testing purposes. So right now we've had it on 12 for about the last hour, and it's like in the 50s today. Overcast. It's not getting any warmer today. If it was getting warmer, we certainly would expect this to rise, but it's holding. It's a little bit over 12, so about an hour later, good. It's a 15-minute test at 10 pounds. So I would say it's passed. Homeowner wants the heater on, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and pull this gauge, put a plug in right there, and that just gets abandoned. It just stays like that. I mean, you can certainly do whatever you want with it later on, but it gets plugged off, and then we'll open this valve. We'll go up to the unit upstairs, tie the supply line in, turn the valve on, and then see if that unit wants to run. A little short nipple there, 12-inch nipple, 1-inch union. That is inside a building, not code. This is outside the building. You see union, okay? And you would say, well, that's the equipment. Yeah, well, you know what? This isn't going to leak, and it's accessible. It's right there. So hopefully there's not a problem with that. If there is, and you want to write it up, great. We'll come back, put a left-right coupling and a nipple in there and reconfigure this 10-foot piece of pipes underneath. And let's see if you can see it. These are sitting in hangers. So you've got some SAMI screws that are screwed up in right there. SAMI screw, 3/8 thread, which is it's a 3/8 by 4-inch bolt down to a hanger. And this is for commercial construction, not residential, but it'll hold. It'll hold the pipe up. That's why we put it in. This is what they put in big tall buildings, Target, Bonds, any kind of high schools, all of that. So same thing on this end. You've got nice hanger right there, and then of course, you know, the Sammy screw up high, hard to see, and so hanger there, and that's good. So the 1" is sturdy. Over here, 1 5/8 unit strut, 1 5/8 unit strut. So you got one at the bottom here, one to hold this little breakover. It's about a 3-foot piece of pipe. The 1" going over, swings down. So you can stand on this. That's how strong this is. I'm standing. I don't want to flip my camera over, but right now I'm standing on this pipe. I'm 175, so it's not designed to stand on, but it will hold it. That will hold it. The hanger will hold it. That's very durable. It's not a little piece of 1/2" copper, little snap off. That pipe's not going anywhere. So we got some anchors in the wall. Got that mounted. Anchors in the wall. Reconfigured this. We had it up here, and they might want to change windows at some point or do some painting or whatever, and they asked us to relocate it. So we did. It's down here now. Strut there. Strut up there above the coupling, which is a full 10-foot piece. And then let me step back so I don't trip over this brick. And then, of course, all the way up to the top, another strut clamp. It's about 18 inches down. So hopefully that's okay with the inspector. You know, usually they like to see it within a foot. But you know, it's going through exterior wall, and it's mounted good. This pipe's not going anywhere. It's full 1" line, 1 coupling in the middle, 2 10-foot pieces, 90 on the top, 90 on the bottom, and you can see from back here, you know, it breaks over, breaks down, and back up. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the gauge, turn the gas on, and then from there, you know, if the unit fires up, great. If it doesn't, you'll have to get a hold of an HVAC company to come out and troubleshoot the unit, because we're not HVAC, we're plumbing only. So gas line is installed as per contract. Outside of that, this installation is done.